Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session. It's time for us to begin our lesson. So when you're ready, come on into the Hangout and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so again, I'd just like to welcome everyone. Hello, Carolina. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm fine, and you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine today. Thank you very much. So tell me, how was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was very nice. It was a sunny day here in my city, so I went to take a walk with my husband, with my dog. It was very nice.
Okay, that's really nice. So good. So when you take a walk with your husband and with your dog, do you like to walk on the street or do you go to a park? Where do you like to walk?
I like to walk on the beach and
Oh,
in the square.
mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds really nice. Does your dog like to run on the beach?
Uh, in fact, she walks on the sidewalk. Yes, it
Oh,
is.
really? Uh-huh. She
Sidewalk,
likes to walk on the sidewalk.
uh, calçada, deixa eu ver. Or not, yes, a pavement. Okay,
Okay, on the pavement.
the
Okay.
pavement. She's very small. She's a dash hound. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if you know this race.
Um,
It seems like
I know hounds, but I'm not, maybe I'm not too familiar with the dash hound. Let me just take a quick look. Maybe I
it,
can.
it seems like a sausage.
She looks like a sausage. Oh, oh, she sounds really cute. Oh, I'm sure she sounds adorable.
She's an old lady.
She's an old lady. How old is she?
11.
Oh, yeah, so you've had her for a while.
Now.
Yeah, okay.
She's taking classes too.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds very interesting. Well, thank you. And what's your dog's name?
Sandy.
I'm sorry. Let's see, Carolina, your voice is fading away. Can you adjust the microphone just a little bit?
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right. So tell me again what your dog's name is.
Sandy.
Sandy. Okay. Okay. Oh. All right. Well, very good. Nice. It was great to have you here in class with us today, Carolina.
Uh, I'm very glad to be here too.
Good. All right. Very good. Let's also welcome Carlos. Hello, Carlos. How are you today?
Hi, hi, I'm very fine. And you?
Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that you're very fine today. Your voice sounds very pleasant and happy.
Yes.
All right. So just tell us briefly about your weekend. How was your weekend?
Well, I went to the movies. No. I mean, I watched a movie here with a friend. Uh,
Ah,
it was her. I don't know if
it's called Her.
yes.
And what was that about?
It's about it's about how do you say operative system.
Operating system, OS? Uh-huh.
Yes, an OS.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a man who fell in love with an operative system, an OS,
Hmm.
but
Okay.
the operative system had a kind of consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
and this way he fell in love. It's a nice film in which the film makes you think about if if it's better to spend time in the computers or in the real life.
Okay. Yeah, that given the way that people use electronic devices, you would think that they are in love with them. And it does reduce the amount of time that they can spend with their loved ones. So, oh, that sounds pretty interesting. Kind of does make you think. All right, thanks for sharing with us, Carlos. All right, let's welcome Owner. Owner, welcome. How are you today?
Hello, Karisina. I'm very well, and you?
Oh, doing just fine. Thanks. Thanks for
Nice to
asking.
thank you. Nice to be here again. I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's
to
just,
see you again.
oh yeah, good. It's good to see you as well. So tell us about your weekend, Owner.
I'm on vacation, so I have many free times to swim and cycling and running and study English, studying
Mm-hmm.
English. So most of my times, I spend most of my time in English actually. In the morning, in the morning I swim,
Mm-hmm.
I run. But I have studied English for 6 hours today.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, so you've had a marathon day with your English classes.
Yeah, yeah. I need to I need to achieve a high level in a very short time.
Okay. Well, this is definitely the way to do it. All
Yeah,
right, well, good. We've got a good lesson planned today, so looking forward to your participation in our activities.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, good. Well, let's welcome Alejandro. How are you today, Alejandro?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine.
Good, good. Did you have an enjoyable weekend?
Yes, I enjoyed the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Good. Can you share with us something that you did this weekend?
I was doing a lot of things. Uh, I was cooking. Um, I was helping um my sister um, study English. Yes,
Okay, great, good. Yeah, so you did quite a bit this past weekend. That's nice. You had a very full weekend, it sounds like. Very good. Well, thanks for joining us again today here in our classroom, Alejandro.
thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, let's also welcome Jairo. How are you doing today, Jairo?
Hi, teacher. I'm doing great, thank you.
Oh, good, good. Now, who is that little precious girl sitting in front of the computer?
Thanks for asking. It's my daughter, of course. She's
What?
studying in my office
Yeah.
in a normal daily work. So
Oh,
I take that picture and I love it.
that is the cutest picture.
Yeah. Can you see the little pony on there?
Yes, the little pink pony.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves it. She loves it.
I think as children, um, we tend to have little animals that we like. I had a pink stuffed teddy bear, and I loved that pink stuffed teddy bear. And even when I got older, I had a collection of miniature California raisins. There used to be a
Okay.
cartoon called the California Raisins, and they sang and danced, and I had a collection of them. So
Okay.
good. She's good. Does she have a name for the little pink pony?
Yeah. She called it in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Mi hermoso little pony.
Oh. Oh, that is too precious.
Yeah. Uh,
All right. Well, great, Hira. Thanks for joining us here in class.
no, thanks to you.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue welcoming. Let's also welcome Carmen. Hello, Carmen. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Oh,
I'm
I'm
glad
doing.
to stay with you for my first time.
Ah, yes. Well, welcome to my class. It's great to have you here
Thank you.
with us. Would you mind introducing yourself to us?
Yes, I'm from Spain. I'm computer programmer, and I from an island from Spain in the Mediterranean Sea.
Mm-hmm.
I got two children. I'm married. I'm 48, and what else? What do you want to know?
Mhm.
No,
What's the name of your island?
Mallorca.
Mallorca. Oh, okay. I have a friend who is from Ibiza.
Ah, nice island, but very busy and very noisy.
Oh,
These
really?
times in the winter in the summer,
Uh-huh.
very
Okay.
noisy.
Yeah, I've never been, but she's described the island to me, and it does sound like it's a very, very busy, busy island. Beautiful, but very busy.
Yes, yes, it is. Mm,
Okay.
Mallorca is the biggest of the group of islands, and is more quiet than Ibiza,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also beautiful too.
Okay. Yeah. I think in general, islands are beautiful. They have a tropical feel, and you feel peaceful when you're there. Well, depending upon where you are on the island. Some islands
No,
are so big, and there are areas that are very dangerous, but when you just think about the natural beauty of the island.
no, no. Mine is enough bigger, enough big to have a lot of people and a lot of beaches, but enough little to be quiet and peaceful.
Okay, good.
So it's the perfect length or size.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for sharing with us. Thanks for your introduction, Carmen. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with our lesson. Now, you may have seen in the class description that today we're going to talk about helpful phrases. Now, specifically, we're going to talk about a certain type of helpful phrase. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and we're going to get started with the lesson that I've prepared for you today. So let's go ahead and do that. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. So let's just start with just a short reading activity, and that will get us started with our lesson. Okay, now I'd like to ask you all a question, and I'd like to get your response. Now, a number of you have taken different classes here on Verbaling and maybe some other classes where you live. So here's my first question to you. Okay, so have you ever heard a native English speaker say that something just sounds right or that it doesn't sound right? Has anyone ever heard a native English speaker say that?
Mm, mm, I think I have uh, heard from an English speaker saying that sound right when like his sounds perfectly spoken to him.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Carmen. Anyone else?
I could not get the point. Can you open it up?
Mm-hmm. It, okay, let's see. Are you able to see it here on the screen? Okay, can everybody see the document that I'm sharing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so here it is. So have you ever heard a native English speaker say that something just sounds right, or on the opposite side that it just doesn't sound right?
Okay.
Okay, Carmen gave us a good example. Okay, so it doesn't look like anyone's really heard that. Okay, maybe I could flip that question around. Okay, think about your native language. When you hear someone who is learning your language and they're trying to express themselves, maybe you have said to yourself, okay, I understood what you said, but it didn't sound quite right. Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's talk about why that happens. Uh-huh. Now, there are some words that just go together. And if you break those words up or if you put them in the wrong order, it sounds unnatural. Okay? And often a native speaker will listen to you and they may lean in towards you just a little bit, with a question face because they're trying to figure out what you really mean. Okay, let's talk about that, for example. Let me give you a couple of examples, and I think what I'm saying will make a little bit more sense to you. Okay, so Owner, can you take the first example for me? Read it, and then tell me what you think the answer is.
All right. Some words often go together, and breaking them up makes what you say sounds unnatural. Example 1, hamburgers, fried chicken, fried fish, and French fries are examples of what kind of food? Quick food or fast food?
Okay.
All right.
What do you think the answer is? Is that quick food or fast food?
Hamburger is fast food. Fried chicken, I have no idea. Fried fish, no idea. But French fries are fast food as well.
Okay, now they're all examples of fast food. All of
right.
them. Okay, so the point is, if you say, I like to eat quick food, do you think that a native English speaker would readily understand what you're saying?
Probably he or she doesn't understand if I say that. Quick food. I have never heard it before.
Right, but some people do, and they've made that mistake. Right, so if you say quick food, they're not going to really understand. Okay, good. So fast food. Let's see if I can change the color there.
It's a terminology, isn't it? Fast food.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Well, you would think so. Okay, very good. Okay, Alejandro, can you take example 2 for me?
Yes. Is it a fast train or a quick train? It is fast train.
That's right. It's a fast train. Very good. Okay. Okay, and although fast and quick are synonyms, fast and train usually go together. Okay, let's go ahead and take example number 3. And let's see. Let's have Carolina. Can you take number 3, please?
Okay. Do you take a quick shower or a fast shower? I think it's quick.
That's right. You take
Why?
You take a quick shower because these words go together. When you see them, in general, you will see these words together. Okay. Quick and fast, like I said, they're synonyms and they really do basically mean the same thing, but you won't often see a fast shower. You'll see a quick shower. All right. All right, very good. Let's have number 4, and let's see. Let's go ahead and get Jairo. Jairo, can you take number 4, please?
Yes, Carissa. I am not so sure about it. Is he taking a quick meal or fast meal? I think it's fast meal, but I am not so sure.
Okay. All right. So your option is on the table. Carmen, what do you think about example 4?
Is he taking a quick meal or fast meal? I think it's fast meal, not quick meal. Quick meal is, I think, is when it's very, I don't know, I don't know quick meal what it means. I think it's fast meal.
I think.
Go ahead.
I guess it's quick meal because we have fast food as well. So meal means food.
You know, that's a great deduction. You're actually right. It's a quick meal.
Okay. Quick meal.
It's a quick meal. Sometimes you also hear people say that I'm going to have a quick bite to eat. So yeah. Okay, so again, these words sound natural, and they are natural because as native English speakers, we use them and we hear them often. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's continue with the lesson, and I'm going to tell you specifically what we've been looking at. Let's see. Okay, beautiful. So Carmen, could you read the next sentence for me? A collocation.
A collocation is two or more words that often go together. Apply for a job, look for work, find a job.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so those are examples of collocations. Now listen to how it sounds if I break up the words or use different words. Okay, so we know that it should be apply for a job. Okay, so Carmen, what do you think if I say I'm going to apply for a work?
Is when you have the intentions to get the job.
Okay,
You
so
make the arrangements to get the job.
okay, right. But pay attention to the words. Do I apply for a job or do I apply for a work?
For job.
You apply for a job,
Yes.
right? And that's a collocation. Okay, when you talk about work-related or business-related terms, you'll often hear that. I'm going to apply for a job. Okay?
Okay.
All right. The same thing with find a job. Find a job. Okay, so you don't ever say find a work, you say find a job.
Carissa, can we say apply for an occupation?
Mm,
Can we use that synonym?
you don't really apply for an occupation. You have occupations, or you could say my occupation is, but you don't really apply for an occupation. You're right. It's just the nature of the word. Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good, good. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's keep talking about this a little bit. So that's the name of these word pairs or phrases that we're going to look at. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Now, why should you be interested in learning collocations? Well, let me ask you a couple of questions to get your thoughts. Okay, all right. Okay, Carolina. Carolina, which do you think is easier for our brains to remember? Blocks of words or single words?
I think it's easier to remember single words, especially in another language, because when it's blocks of words, the meaning can change.
Okay, all right. What do you think about that, Hyro? Okay, I think.
Okay, yeah, excuse me. No, I agree with Adriana. What is the name? Carolina? Okay, yeah, I agree with Carolina.
Okay, so you agree with Carolina. All right, Owner, what do you think? Which is easier?
I think blocks of words are easy to memorize, let's say, because when we combine two different words, it's to how can I say one moment. Recall of the words can be easier if we add the two words together. For me, at least.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your opinion. All right, Alejandro, what do you think is easier?
It's here. I don't know. I think my brain learned to copy others people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yep. And so when you are listening to native English speakers, okay, if we naturally use collocations, okay, those word combinations, okay, if you're going to imitate us, then what you're going to do is you're going to pick up blocks of words because we use them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Because sometimes for some people it is easier to learn certain words. But then the question is, what other words go with those words? Okay, how then do I make blocks of words? If you're not a native speaker, you may not know how. And then you may make mistakes. Okay, so you may put them with other words that they normally don't go with. Okay, so it has been said that it's easier for our brains to remember blocks of words. Okay, today we're going to focus on those blocks of words. Okay, and then after you take the session and you are reading, try to identify those blocks of words. Okay, and that will help you to catch very quickly the point of what you're reading. Okay, very good. Let's take the next question. Would you like to sound more natural and be more easily understood when you speak English? What would you say to that question, Carmen?
Would you like to sound more natural and be more resilient? Yes, I will like to sound more natural. Is our achievement or our daily achievement to pursue that target, to achieve a normal accent and pronunciation is hard, is our work to do every day. It's natural. We want to speak more naturally.
Exactly. So you want to sound like a native English speaker. All right, last question. Owner, would you like to have a variety of ways to express yourself? Or are you satisfied saying the same things over and over?
Sure, I would like to have a variety of way to express myself, but but it's sometimes very hard to select, to choose a word, a right word, instead of other word. Because before this lesson, I thought that apply for a work or apply for a job is the similar or same thing, but now I understand that it's not. So a variety of using variety of words, it can be useful and how can I say, can be useful, let's say, but in order to eliminate some grammatically mistakes, I think choosing right word and only a few of them is wise. Because we are open to make many mistakes as beginner or intermediate students.
Okay, that's true. That is possible. However, if you do what Alejandro mentioned and you listen carefully to native speakers, you're going to learn blocks of words or chunks of words in addition to single words, and you're going to learn a variety of them, which means that the next time that you express yourself in English, you'll be able to do it in several different ways. All right, let's take a few examples. Okay, now I have several words here. Now these are all collocations. Okay, now I want us to focus on certain ones at first. Okay, so let's take the verb pay. Okay, now we all know what the word pay means. Okay, but now let's see it chunked with other words. Okay, all right, so what I'd like you to do is just take a quick look over the words that are there. Okay? And then I want each of you to tell me one of the phrases that you are familiar with, that you have heard before. Okay, and when you're ready, just go ahead and someone can start for us. Okay, so look it over and tell me which ones you have heard before.
I have heard pay a fine is when you pay a tax or a
punishment, maybe.
A punishment.
When
you park your car in a place it is not allowed.
Okay, good. So if you park in a restricted area, okay, I'm going to type that here. So if you park in a restricted area,
they put you a fine and you have to pay.
Okay, very good. So take a look at the sentence that's in the chat box. I think that was Carmen. Carmen, can you read that sentence for me that's in the chat box?
If you park in a restricted area, you may have to pay a fine. Yes.
Okay, very good. Excellent job. Now, looking at that sentence, you can see the collocation there. Pay a fine. Okay. Also, a restricted area. Okay. A restricted area is also a collocation. You will often see that phrase together, a restricted area. Okay, excellent job. All right, anyone else? Has anyone else seen or heard of these collocations?
Yes,
pay
pay
attention.
attention.
Very popular.
Sorry.
Okay, yes, good, very good. All right, okay.
Also, it's take attention, right?
Ah,
Precaution. Is it the same? Take attention.
okay. Actually, it's pay attention. Okay, let's think about the context. All right, Jairo, you told me that you've heard this before. Now, give me an example of when you might hear someone say pay attention.
Yeah, when someone are in the class in English class, and they're no focus in the class, or maybe listen carefully the teacher. So in this case, you need to pay attention.
Very good. And there's your sentence. You need to pay attention. Exactly, pay attention. So if I'm in a classroom, like you said, and maybe one of my students is distracted, am I going to tell him, take attention, or am I going to say, pay attention?
Yeah, pay attention.
I'm going to say, pay attention. That's right, very good. Excellent. Okay, all right. Can anyone else tell me one of the other ones that they've seen or heard before?
Pay cash.
Okay, now where do you see pay cash?
When you pay something with money.
Okay, all right, so you pay cash. Now, some people don't like to pay cash. Okay, they may like to pay. What's a different way to pay, Carolina? If I don't pay cash, what's another way to pay?
Pay by credit.
Yep, you can pay by credit card. Okay, is there any other way to pay?
Pay by checks, maybe.
Yeah, you pay by check. That's right, you pay by check.
Pay by, okay.
Pay by washing dishes.
Well, if you are in a restaurant and you're finished eating and you look in your wallet and you have no money or credit cards, you may want to pay by washing dishes.
It depends on the amount of the bill. You would take a lot of dishes to wash.
That's true. You might be there quite a while washing dishes. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Usually, you pay the bill or you pay bills. Okay. Everyone has bills. So when I say I have to pay bills, what am I really saying? Am I paying someone named Bill? A few people named Bill? What am I saying? I have to pay bills.
Yeah, you got an obligation with a bank or with a service company like water company or telephone or maybe cable company. So you have to pay bills. You have to pay the bills.
Right, exactly. You have to pay a bill. Okay.
I think, teacher, I heard that it's like an expression. I have to pay a bill. So I mean, it's like an obligation that I have, isn't it?
Yes, it definitely is it is an obligation. All right. So if I say I have to pay I have to pay my obligations. Okay. Does that sound natural to you? I have to pay my obligations?
Not for me.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
Right?
doesn't.
No, it doesn't, right? So this is not a collocation, okay? But if I say I have to pay my bills or pay bills, everyone knows what you're talking about. They know that you have to pay your light bill, your water bill, your car note, okay, whatever bills that you may have. Okay, if you use that expression, you're going to sound natural. If you try to say I have to pay my obligations, you're not going to sound natural.
No. But I do have obligation. It is right.
Right, right. You do have an obligation to pay your bills. That's
Yeah, pay my
right.
tickets. Okay.
It's also intangible. Paying the bills also intangible meaning, right? For example, you have some responsibilities, so you have to do that. So you pay the bills. So you do what the necessary is. You do. Is it right?
Uh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't quite understand your question. Ask me again.
I think pay the bill also means do your responsibilities. For example, if you have to do something, then if you say I pay the bill, then you mention that you do that job. Is it right?
This you have to take this in context. Okay, this collocation is used specifically when you are talking about either your utility bills or when you're talking about when you have to pay for your meal at a restaurant.
All right.
Okay, those are just specific instances. Okay, so you can pay the invoice. Okay, I think Carmen's asking about that. I have
They're
to.
different.
Yeah, they're different. Okay, so as a contractor, contractors, not employees, but contractors submit an invoice for work they have done. So I'm going to type that here.
So invoice is when you take the service from someone and they send you an invoice for you to have the obligation to pay.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. Now, and so that's different than a
Ticket
tick.
ticket is when you go to a bar and they extend you a piece of paper with the numbers of the account of the.
Okay, no. When
No,
you're in a bar, okay,
yeah, it's a bill.
okay,
Is a receipt?
no.
Res-
Okay, when you order drinks in a bar, um, they give you your tab. So you'd say when you're finished, I'd like to pay my tab. Or when you want to pay, you'd say, I'd like to pick up the tab. And what that says, that what you're saying is, I'd like to pay the bill.
No.
So there are specific words in specific situations. When you're in a bar, you have a tab. When you're in a restaurant, you have a bill. Okay, when the police pull you over because you've been speeding, you get a ticket. All right, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to type that here. When the police.
¿Qué desea?
but the ticket doesn't imply that you have paid yet.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay, okay.
It really does. If you don't pay your ticket, and actually there it is.
In Spain doesn't work like that. In Spain,
Uh-huh.
they give you a ticket, and then and after a day, you go to the the police station to pay, or to pay by by the bank, or not pay directly to the police officer.
Okay, yes, I misunderstood you. You don't pay right there on the spot. You do have to pay the ticket, but you don't have to pay there on the spot. No.
Okay.
All right, very good. Yep. Okay, excellent. Okay, now let's take a look at a couple of these that are familiar to you. I'm sure you've heard them before, but let's take a look at them here on the list. Okay,
Pay
now,
someone a compliment. What does that mean?
excuse me, we forgot to talk about that one. To pay someone a compliment is to say something nice about someone.
Someone else.
Someone else, that's right. So if I say, Carmen, you have beautiful brown hair.
Is the other person, not another third person.
Yeah, you could. I could say, who told me they took classes all day? Owner. Owner is a very diligent student. He's taken 6 English classes today. Okay, so I could be talking about someone. I could also pay myself a compliment.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Very good. All right, let's take the last one in the pay column. Okay, to pay your respects. Has anyone ever heard that before? Pay your respects.
No idea.
Okay.
If someone
No.
else wants to answer, I've heard that expression when someone dies and the people that you like or you care come to you to say to pay respects for your loss.
That's right. That's exactly how you use that. Very good. Okay.
Okay.
So pay your respects. So you will often hear people say, "I'm going, um, I'm going to visit, or I'm going to the funeral.
Mhm.
I'm going to the funeral to pay my respects." Okay, excellent. All right, now we all know that sometimes it can be very difficult to know when to use do or make. All right, I've put just a few examples on the board to kind of help you out a little bit with that. Now, again, we talked about the value of learning chunks of words. Okay, if you learn do and make in chunks of words, it will be easier for you to know which word to use when. Okay, let me talk about making a mistake. Okay, sometimes I hear students say, I did a mistake. Okay, no. You will always hear make a mistake. Or make money. Okay, we all need to make money, right? So we all need to make money. Okay, does anyone have any questions about the do or make? Do you see an expression there that seems a little bit strange to you, or maybe that you have never heard before?
I heard, but I had one doubt about a make an effort. I heard that make it's more for something that you create, and effort for me it's very abstract.
Hmm. Okay, good. That's
I
good.
can use do too, or it's wrong.
No, no. And that's why I put the 2 columns side by side so that you can see them. All right? What you will hear and what's the correct way to say that is to make an effort. That's the chunk you want to remember. You make an effort. Okay? Now, what does it mean to make an effort? Okay? Can anyone give me an example? Anyone give me a sentence where you use make an effort? What ideas do you have?
Yes, I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Um, if you want to improve your expression, no, if you, um, excuse me, um, if you want to improve your English pronunciation, you make an effort.
Your English
or
pronunciation.
you will need or you will make an effort.
Okay, so let's say you have to make an effort.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so it just means that you have to try very hard. Okay, here's another example. I made every effort to get there on time, but there was too much traffic. Okay, there it is. I made every effort. You don't have to say every, okay, but this just emphasizes that I really tried hard. Okay, I made every effort to get there on time, but there was too much traffic. Okay, so to make an effort means that you really try.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay,
It's
when
the
you,
same as do your best.
okay, yep, you could say I did my best to get there on time, but there was just too much traffic.
Okay.
hmm Good. Now, remember, that was the point of today's lesson, that you want to have a variety of ways to express yourself. Okay? But when you listen to native speakers express themselves, start listening out for these chunks of words. Okay? Good. Okay, let's go down and I want to try something here. Let's practice it just a little bit. Okay, I want to practice using do and make. All right, so let's make sure that we got it. Okay, Alejandro, can you please take number 1 for us? Read the question and then tell us which word is the correct one.
What do you do for a living?
That's right. What am I asking, Alejandro? What do you do for a living? A living?
Me?
Yes. I mean, what does that question, what am I asking? If I ask someone, what do you do for a living? What am I asking?
What do you do for a living?
Mm-hmm.
What me? Mm, sorry, I was absent-minded.
Okay. All right. Let's get some help. No problem. All right. And let's see. I'm going to ask Karwan. Karwan, what do you think that means? What do you do for a living? Do for a living. What does that mean?
That mean someone uh, uh, to do something for to eat.
Not quite. Not quite. Let's get some help. Okay, good. Nice try. Nice try. Karwan, what do you think? What am I asking if I ask someone that? Hmm. Okay, I'm sorry, Karwan. I'm not really hearing your microphone. Maybe you can check the volume for me. All right. Let's see. Hyro, what does that question mean?
Okay, that question means that I want to know what do you do for if you work or if you are or if you are independent businessman or what do you do for get money in order to pay your bills?
Good. Right? So let's see. Another way to say that is how do you earn money?
Earn money, yep. That's
Right.
right.
Okay. Now, it's not common that you hear someone say, "Oh, so Hyro, how do you earn money?" That's
Oh,
odd. No one's going to ask you how you earn money.
okay, it's just
Okay.
for your explication about it.
Exactly. Okay. So when I want to know the answer to that question, I say, "Well, what do you do for a living?"
Yep,
And you may want to, and also you're asking, what is your profession as well?
profession as well. Okay.
What is your profession?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Okay, Carolina, can you take number 2 for me?
Um, have you your homework yet? Um, have you done?
That's right. Because remember, the block of words is do your homework. Okay, so do homework. Okay, have you done your homework yet? Very good. Okay, Carmen, can you take number 3 for me?
Yes. Ismail made a wonderful job on the project.
Okay. All right. Now let's take a quick jump back up. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm sorry. Come back down. Okay. So you don't make a wonderful job. You actually do a wonderful job. Yeah, you do a job. Okay, because usually with make, you come out with some type of tangible object, although we do see that you can use it with abstracts, but you do a wonderful job. Okay, and when you're talking about in the business world, you will always hear people say, oh, you did a good job, or you did a wonderful job. Okay, so do goes with that. All right, good. Let's keep going. And let's see. Let's see. Karwan, can you take number 4 for me?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. The children did this in the living room. Made a mess in the living room.
That's right. Okay, so that is the chunk. You make a mess. Okay, you make a mess. Excellent job. All right, and let's have Jairo take number 5, please.
Okay. I did one mistake in the spelling bee. Oh, I think is I did one mistake in the spelling bee.
Okay, all right. Now let's just check back up quickly. I'm going to highlight it here at the top. Here it is.
Make a mistake. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Okay. So you make mistakes.
Yes, I make mistakes.
Right. You're not the only one. We all make mistakes.
I made a mistake, like you see.
Okay, good. Okay, Carolina. I'm sorry, not Carolina. Alejandro. Alejandro, can you take number 6, please?
Number 6. I do buy groceries every 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake too. I'm going to take that one out. That's not the sentence I wanted there. Sorry about that, guys. All right, now try number 6, Alejandro.
Number 6. Please excuse me while I make a phone call.
Oh, okay, good. Sorry. Yes, that's right. When I make a phone call, that's right. So you make phone calls. You don't do them, but you make them. Okay, very good. All right, let's review just a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to ask you the last question, and maybe you each can tell me, or maybe a few of you can tell me. All right, I am going to start with Carmen. Carmen, why do you think that you should pay attention to collocations when you read in English?
In between do and make, in sentences like wonderful job. This is hard to me, the difference between make and do. It takes a lot of effort from me.
Okay.
Forever.
Yeah, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So here's my suggestion, okay? So when you are reading English, okay, look out for these expressions. Some of the ones that you can see here on the board. All right, maybe you can even make some flashcards. Okay, that way you link these phrases together. Collocations will always help you because if you learn the collocation, then you know exactly which of the words you use. Okay, all right. So here's what you can do. Okay, Google it. Google the word collocation. All right, and you will find lots and lots of information, lots of lists of words that have good collocations in them. Okay? All right, everybody. Well, that's going to do it for our collocations lesson for today. I know this was a bit challenging, but at least you're thinking now about groups of words that we call collocations. All right. Well, I'll look out for you in my future classes, everyone. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye
See you.
bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Teresa. Bye bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Same.